So, Law, what have you been up to with the Crimson Crows lately?
Well, all sorts of things. Keeping Zoogles in check, hauling supplies, whatever people need me for. Most of it's manual labor, but one time they sent me to find some kid who'd run away from town.
Sounds like they really rely on you.
I don't know about that. The kids like me, at least. I've also escorted some traveling merchants from time to time.
More and more merchants are traveling between the realms these days, after all.
Yeah, that's right. The other day, I was even hired to escort this lady who works as a traveling peddler.
Knowing you, you were probably fawning over her the whole way there.
I'd never do that. This was a job, you know. Took it seriously and got her from point A to point B. Or, well, I guess maybe I put in a bit more effort than usual. 'Cause guess what? She had a special token of her gratitude for me.
A special what? And you accepted it?
Oh yeah, that sweet, sweet gratitude.
Excuse me? Oh my gosh, Law! How is that taking it seriously? Oh, you're the worst!
Huh? What are you getting mad at me for? Aren't I allowed to enjoy a few apples?
What? Apples?
Yeah, I couldn't eat them all myself, so I shared some with the kids in town. They loved them.
Ugh, you did that on purpose, didn't you? Don't even talk to me anymore.
Huh? Hey, what'd I do? I'm totally lost, man.
You might want to, think about how things are gonna sound before you say them. Tilsa, I didn't know you'd come back here.
Yeah, I switch off between here and Pelagian. What's with you, Alphen? You in some kind of trouble?
No, not exactly. I'm looking for a certain flower. I heard that a flower that makes you happy when you wear it grows around here.
A flower that what? It sounds like crazy talk.
It's supposed to be rare and only grows in Calaglia. You haven't heard of it?
Rare, huh? It could be that one flower. You know, the white one that grows in the Iglia wastes.
Oh, that one. I've certainly never seen it anywhere else, but I didn't know it had that kind of legend attached to it. So why do you need this flower that makes you happy anyway?
I'm, doing some research on wedding ceremonies. I don't know anything about them, so I thought I'd start by looking into bouquets. In my research, I heard about a perfect flower that grows in Calaglia, so I decided to track it down.
I see. Wedding ceremonies, huh? If you're looking into that kind of thing, I assume you...
You've got your reasons, right, Alphen? I wish nothing but the best for you. However, the area where that flower grows has been full of Zoogles recently. They may have trampled all the flowers flat.
Guess we'll just have to go and see. Thank you for all the information.
Hang on, why are Tilsa and Nath grinning like fools?
You figure it out. You think maybe he wants the flowers to make a bouquet? To give to someone?
You mean Alphen? You planning on making someone special the happiest woman in the world?
Wait a minute, I never said anything like that. I'm simply trying to learn more about weddings.
You traitor! I'm supposed to be the first, then it's your turn!
No, you're misunderstanding. It's really not like that. Nath, back me up here.
If we're jumping to conclusions, then just ignore that ignoramus and go off to find the flowers. But be careful.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Wait, Alphen! Ah, damn it!
They really are beautiful flowers, but they've all been trampled, like we feared.
There are a few that aren't harmed. So these are the flowers that can make you happy. Got it. Learned something new.
It was nice to see the real thing. Since we took care of the Zoogles that trampled them, they should grow back soon.
You're right. If someone wants them for a wedding bouquet, they'll probably be able to pick some here. Though it may take a while for enough to bloom for a whole bouquet. Something wrong, Rinwell?
It's nothing. I just had a lonely thought.
Lonely? What thought?
I was imagining your wedding. Your bride might be someone very close to me. A dear friend. This was just a thought, remember? But if it is someone like that, I'd naturally be overjoyed for two people I love. But at the same time, I'd probably feel a little like I was losing my closest friend.
Rinwell.
Alphen, if it does turn out that way, you have to promise me you'll take care of her forever. Look at me. I can't even picture it without welling up.
Rinwell, I haven't made any decisions about my future. So you should put thoughts like that out of your head. But you really care about that friend of yours, don't you? I'm sure if this friend heard what you just told me, she'd be very happy. I feel like I should thank you. Thanks, Rinwell.
You're welcome. I'm sorry for wasting your time with my crazy thoughts.
No, it's okay.
Oh, and I had another idea. When a bride throws the bouquet, only one person can catch it, right? I always thought that was unfair. Maybe you can do something about that. Like, give one flower to each person or something.
Isn't throwing the bouquet part of the fun? If you hand out flowers instead, then won't some people be disappointed?
You may be right. Maybe there's some other way. What do you think, Hoodle? Hoodle and I will talk it over. If we come up with something good, then maybe it'll take off.
What's this? Look at you. What the? It's you!
Oh, damn.
Weak as always. You make me sick. Bull Run. But you're dead! Oh? Then how am I here before you now? It's a dream. I'm just dreaming. Is that what you think? Allow me to enlighten you. I know the truth of this world. Friendship, trust. All that you believe in is fragile and fleeting. Stop. Those you seek to save are selfish and uncaring. You know it to be true. The only way to unify them... Stop! ...is through fear.
I mean, that's what government uses nowadays.
Now of all times, losing your temper because it's the truth. You really are a pathetic bastard, aren't you? Enough! Not again! Luna Rondo! Unleash lightning! Crush! The only thing that can unite the feeble maggots of this world is domination by force. Bind them with chains of fear and drag them to heel at your will. Dominate. Trample them and make them crawl on the... Stop it! Not like you! Dare! Accept your fate! Vacuum blade! Try harder! My turn! Dare! Dragon swarm! I will show you true power! Eat dirt! Arrogance! Dragon swarm! The public is nothing more than an endless stream of feet. Demanding that their needs be satisfied. They're loyal when you have something to give, then turn their backs after. They are not worthy of pity. The only mercy that can be granted to them is the guidance of the strong. We're not interested in the reasons. I am the proof of it. All others shall be banished.
What the hell is that?
Try harder! You're mine! There! Vacuum blades! There! Vacuum blades! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Ignite! Like you did in Niez. With its flame, burn down all who oppose you until only ash remains. It's already in your hands. All you have to do is use it. No, you're wrong.
Oh.
Path that I must take. Take this. You're mine. Dragon swarm. That's not what I want. I don't want to bind or be bound. Dragon swarm. Know your place.
What's the matter? No words to disagree? Are you so afraid to admit the truth? That power and fear will always win over faith and honor?
I mean, fear is the ultimate manipulator of people in society, so he's not entirely wrong.
The pain of the whip to open your eyes.
Maybe. It's true that I don't know the pain of the whip. I couldn't feel pain when they struck me after all. And I understand what you're saying. People can be selfish. That much I can't deny. They hide their true intentions to get what they want. I've seen it countless times. Even so, I choose a path free of oppression.
So a refusal, then. At the very least, you have no choice but to use force if you wish to destroy me.
Do I? Maybe you can be defeated with force. But that would make me no better than you. If you utilize fear to rise above others, you'll only live in fear of when you yourself will fall. It's another form of oppression. You aren't Volron. You're a shadow born from my doubts.
Even if that's true, I still have the power to engulf you in darkness. What will you do if not destroy me?
If you were born from me, and that means you're a part of me, I'll accept that and keep on living.
Taking the weak route, are we? Go on then. But stay vigilant, or the night may come when this shadow consumes you.
I'm used to your threats, but I'll heed your warning all the same.
What are you looking at?
I'm not sure. The world in front of me, I guess. Nothing has really changed, but somehow it feels like I'm looking at something new. Even the stars are brighter. It's like a wall that was always there is gone now. It's hard to describe.
Maybe your breakthrough has let you see things differently.
You think so? Yeah, you might be right. Maybe I was scared.
That people would be disappointed in you?
Yes. But then I was thinking, do you remember the last thing Volron said to me?
If you choose to walk that path, you choose that path. You choose a path of betrayal, despair, and corruption. I remember.
If I kept trying to play the hero everyone wanted me to be, I may have ended up just like he said. Of course, I know this won't solve all my problems. I'm sure there will still be times when I face betrayal or despair. But I can accept that if it's the result of my own choices. As long as I make my own decisions, I will be the master of my own fate. It's strange how a simple change in one's mindset can make such a big difference. It's not like I'm doing anything differently.
You freed yourself. It's been a while, but you finally look like yourself again, Alphen.
Thanks. Thank you, Shion.
Are you thinking about your friend, Faria?
I've ended up putting her through another ordeal. Avakir as well. They've been made to suffer just for knowing me. And it's likely this will not be the last time either.
It's not your fault. Your position means Danans and Renans alike are going to look at you with their own individual prejudices. One side expecting the best, while the other assumes the worst. Much like what Alphen has experienced.
I understand. No. Understanding is not enough. I should have expected something like this to happen. Whether it was to a friend of mine, or someone else, it was my responsibility. And it's my fault for not being prepared. I'm going to instruct them to reinforce security. Of course, we'll have to do so carefully so as not to incite the old guard. Did you think I would blame myself more?
No. You're no longer your old self.
I don't plan on going back. Besides, the situation wasn't all bad either. Avakir had a colleague who cared about him and was willing to step forward. The situation is changing, slowly but surely. If things continue this way, it may someday lead to that utopia you spoke of. One where all people are treated equal. Though, I do not know how old I'll be by the time I see such a world.
No matter the age, you won't be seeing it alone.
That's true.
It's only been a year, but In every city we visited, reconstruction efforts seem to be progressing well. It's encouraging to see everything coming together like this.
That's true. But even then, some nations are progressing better than others. And each still has its own set of problems.
Reconciliation between Renans and Danans has only just begun. There are still many issues to work through.
Yeah, but still, it's pretty exciting to see what shape the world's gonna take, you know?
Hope is always a good thing to have. We might even start to see beautiful cityscapes like the Sints in every region.
Who knows? Maybe as Danan and Renan cultures start to overlap, we'll see all kinds of new books and tools.
People will probably develop new dishes and recipes to try too. Oh, and innovative new fashion designs.
Yeah. From now on, everyone in this world will have their own hopes and dreams to pursue.
And for our part, we'll have to do our best to assist in any way we can to help those dreams become reality.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying. So what about you, Dohalim? What sort of things do you want to see in the new world?
If I had to choose, perhaps a new kind of instrument. I've always wondered if it would be possible to create an instrument that functions as wind, string, and percussion all in one. If so, it would surely open a door to new musical possibilities.
Maybe that's a door best left closed.
He pretended not to notice, but I'm pretty sure Nath knew I was worried about something.
That makes sense. He seems to know you really well.
Yeah, though maybe he knows me too well. It can get kind of annoying that I can't hide anything from him. Not much I can do about that, though. After all, he's known me since I was a little kid.
I haven't known you as long as he has, but it sure seems easy to understand what you're thinking.
Oh yeah? Then what am I thinking about right now?
That you're hungry?
Who do you think I am, Shion? No! Actually, I was thinking about how I need to take good care of this ring, for both my dad and my mom.
Definitely. If you ended up losing it for real, we'd have a seriously hard time finding it. Not only that, but I'm sure Zephyr would be furious.
Oh, he was.
Huh?
Nothing. You don't have to worry, though. I won't let go of it again.
Yeah, I can tell.
All right, let's get back to gathering info on wedding ceremonies. You and Rinwell looked into flowers, right? So what's next on the docket?
I'm thinking food should be next. The food at Kagari's wedding was really amazing. I still remember it.
That's so. Hey, didn't I hear something real similar from Shion? That was close. I almost let something slip.
I don't know anything about that. I just have an interest in wedding foods. What should be served, how it should be prepared, stuff like that. I just want to learn.
True, you can't just serve anything you want that tastes good. If you served hot dogs at a wedding, people would riot.
Yeah. Wedding food should be a treat for the guests. So I'm sure Danans and Renans will each prefer different things.
Let's start by looking into the Renan side.
Yeah, I agree. We can begin by asking Dohalim.
Sorry. Dohalim's on Shion distraction duty. I'm doing my best to keep her in the dark too, so we've got to be sure she doesn't overhear us.
I see. In that case, maybe Dohalim's friends Avakir and Faria can help us out.
Those two that were on Lenegus. They're over in Pelagian now, right? Yeah, that's a good place to start. Let's go see them and see what they have to say.
I know it's sudden, but Dohalim's busy, so we were hoping the two of you could tell us a bit about Renan customs.
I'm surprised you'd come to us, but we'd be happy to help out a friend of Doe's. Huh, I didn't know weddings were popular here. They're a custom that goes way back on Rena.
What kind of food do you serve at Renan weddings?
Let's see, for the guests... Oh, you've got to have a huge cake.
The bride and groom cut the cake together in front of all the guests, then feed each other a slice.
They feed each other? I'd be too embarrassed to do something like that.
Wait, Alphen, are you asking about weddings to prepare for your own? In that case, you've got to make sure your partner has a say. But I guess that would be tough if you want to make it a surprise.
No. I'm just curious, so I'm doing some research. I'm not keeping this a secret because I want to surprise someone. I'm just not familiar with the customs and want to learn.
I see. Seeking knowledge on subjects out of your wheelhouse is a noble pursuit.
You've taught us a lot. Thanks, Avakir. Thanks, Faria.
Now that we've learned about Renin customs, why don't we ask someone about the Danon ones?
Sure, but who should we ask? I guess we could start by going to see Doc.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head to Uzlebek.
Hey, Doc. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Weddings? I don't even know what that is, let alone what kind of food you should serve. Calaglio was poor, and we couldn't even afford to think about stuff like that when we were slaves.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I've heard of weddings. They're ceremonies for people that are getting married, right?
Married, you say? Alphen, you thinking of settling down?
It's more that I haven't thought about it enough, so I want to prepare a little for when the time comes.
I was all prepared to take a parental role and give you my blessing. But you're not tying the knot? You know, Alphen, you really haven't changed at all.
Maybe not. There's still a lot I don't know. So much I have to learn.
So if Doc doesn't know anything, what now? I can't think of anyone else who might know about weddings.
Do you know anyone who's done that marriage ceremony? If you do, maybe you could ask them.
Oh, right! We do know one couple.
Kagari and Notio. Of course, why didn't I think of asking them? We attended their wedding, and theirs is the one that set off this whole wedding craze to begin with. They're the perfect pair for us to talk to.
Exactly.
Then our next destination is set. I'm sure they'll have all kinds of useful information.
Seems like everything's settled here then.
Good luck, Alphen!
Oh my, hello. Are you here for Notio? Or did you come to see me?
Both of you, actually. Can we ask you some questions about wedding ceremonies?
Of course. It would be our pleasure. Our wedding ceremony is one of my most important memories with my beloved Kagari. Ask us anything.
What should we talk about first? How about the day I decided to marry my sweet Notio?
Sorry. Maybe we can get to that later. For now, I want to know about the food.
See, I'm currently gathering information on food that's served at weddings. What kinds of dishes guests will enjoy, that kind of thing. You two have experience, so I was hoping you could share your insights.
Of course. We'd be happy to. Our ceremony was very simple, but we did it our way.
We didn't worry too much about Danon or Renin traditions. We decided to do whatever made us happy.
It's the thought that counts, after all. I think you should prepare whatever the couple wants to eat, or something they want their guests to eat.
The thought that counts. Taking care of your guests, you mean? Thank you. That's helpful.
Oh, and we prepared dishes with ingredients that are said to be auspicious.
Since everyone came all the way just for us, we wanted our guests to feel happy too.
Everyone who attended seemed to enjoy it, so I recommend doing the same.
But gathering everything was quite an ordeal. Remember, Notio? We were only able to serve what we did through sheer luck.
What do you mean by sheer luck?
The merchant we talked to said it was a miracle he got everything, and that he'd never be able to manage it again.
Wow, it's that much trouble. And it may be tough to procure those kinds of ingredients. If that's the case, we should try to gather everything ourselves and see what we can do.
You want to gather things now? Even though you're not getting married yet?
Yeah, I want to make sure I know how to get what I need. I want all my bases covered.
Okay. You sure put your all into things you're serious about, huh, Alphen?
I appreciate your help, Law. So, what kinds of auspicious ingredients should we go after?
Sea bream is a high-class fish with an elegant taste, so it's often seen in celebratory meals in Thistleum.
They also said something about lemons bringing good luck. I don't know why, but they said it'll keep you from catching a cold.
Where I'm from, we eat rat pig meat on special occasions. It's supposed to be good for your health.
Sounds like certain ingredients carry special meaning. We'll see what we can scrounge out.
You've already got some auspicious ingredients. And I went on and on about how hard it'd be to get them. Seems I was wasting my breath.
It definitely wasn't easy.
Okay, I think we got a handle on how to gather what we need. We should be able to lend a hand next time someone's having a ceremony.
Yeah, money.
I also know what to do to prepare for my own wedding. Yeah, if I ever have one, I mean.
How about that? I think we got some good info.
If you're doing all this to prepare for your own wedding, you should fully understand what your partner wants before planning the menu.
what my partner wants.
Sorry. I didn't mean to be nosy.
It's not like that, Kagari. But people keep telling me the same thing, to take my partner's wishes into consideration. But I'm still just doing research, so I don't really understand what that means.
So you're doing research to understand what you want for yourself. I think that's wonderful too.
Some people are satisfied as long as they end up married and don't do any planning at all. Those kinds of people are the worst.
Yeah, that was a close one.
We got some great advice. So I think that should about do it for our culinary investigation.
I feel like there was some other auspicious food, but I can't recall what it was.
What? There's more?
I'm sorry, but I'm sure there was some delicious and auspicious food that both Renans and Danans enjoy. It was the hardest one to get our hands on. Someone knowledgeable about gourmet should know what it is.
Well, now that's got me curious. We've already come this far. We should try to gather some ingredients.
Man, I knew you'd say that. But how are we supposed to do that when we don't even know what you want? Maybe that old man will know. You know, the one traveling around in search of fine delicacies?
Gordino. He's definitely the perfect person to ask.
I know, right? Let's go talk to him next.
Thanks for all the help, both of you.
I hope what we shared was useful.
Oh, look who it is. What can I do for you? Got more questions about gastronomy? An auspicious food for weddings that both Denons and Renans enjoy. I know a few things that fit the bill.
Okay, so are any of them something that, she likes?
Huh? What was that? Speak up!
Well, it's, Shion. I need something Shion likes.
Wow! What are you so angry about? What did I do?
You didn't do anything wrong, Gordino. Shion's name just kinda came to mind. Just leave it at that.
Well, I've got no idea what's going on. But I know just the thing for that young woman who's always hungry.
Oh, come on, just say it already!
Danons love it, Renans love it. That young woman who is always hungry does too. And it's auspicious. Boss Fish checks all the boxes. In the gastronomy world, they say that if you eat a boss fish at a special occasion, your family will be bestowed with safety.
I didn't know there were legends like that in gastronomy. But it sounds like boss fish is perfect. We'll scrounge some up.
Oh, it won't be that easy. Boss fish are hard to find. However, if you aren't able to pass this test, you won't get my blessing to marry my daughter.
But who said anything about marrying your daughter? I don't need your blessing.
Obviously, I'm joking. I don't have a daughter, but I've always wanted to say that. At any rate, I'm not kidding about boss fish. Good luck getting your hands on some. You'll need it. Oh, there's no mistaking it. That's a boss fish for sure. It must have been quite the trial to get this. But hospitality would be meaningless if it were easy, now wouldn't it? You've done well, son. Okay, I'll allow you to marry her. But I won't forgive you if you make my daughter unhappy.
Not this again.
Jokes aside, if you can get your hands on boss fish, then you should be able to get any ingredients you need.
Thanks. I think it's fair to say we've perfectly understood how to gather what we need.
We learned about wedding dishes and how to gather the ingredients. So you must be satisfied now, right, Alphen?
Indeed. I owe you my thanks as well, Law.
If you ever need more advice about the menu for your wedding, don't hesitate to come see your friend Gordino. Regardless, my fabulous recipe deserves a name. Absolutely.
All right.
Exquisite. I'm in heaven. Harmonized.
I hope someday she'll be on board with making the menu too, Alphen. I'm sure she, or your partner, will be happy with anything Gordino cooks.
Something my partner will enjoy. I need to think about that, too.
Something bothering you?
No, it's just... everyone we've talked to has mentioned the same thing. My ultimate goal is to learn more about weddings and marriage. That hasn't changed. But Kagari and Notio said that isn't enough, and that I have to think more about my partner.
Right, that's why we looked into boss fish. Isn't that enough?
Maybe. but I don't know if it counts as taking my partner into consideration. I'll have to give it some more thought.
So, Alphen, how's your pursuit of wedding knowledge progressing?
With everyone's help, I've been able to look into several things I was curious about.
Happy to hear it.
I'm still clueless when it comes to marriage in general. I'm still in the dark on what married life is like after the ceremony is over.
It does seem as though that would be a separate set of knowledge. You'd need a new home, furnishings for it, things of that ilk.
A home? You need a house if you get married?
It's not a requirement, but generally speaking. It even came up in the conversation amongst the ladies that sparked your quest for knowledge. Shion said she wanted a warm home to live in, remember? It's completely normal to think of such things.
It is?
So I've heard.
Then the next thing I research will be where to live after getting married. I want to know everything that's needed.
Very well. You know, I once heard someone say, marriage is not the destination, but a new departure. I believe those were Droshin's words of wisdom.
Really? Does that mean Droshin's married?
He is indeed. Seeing as he has experience, you may wish to seek his counsel.
All right, let's go.
Oh, hello. Did you need something?
There's something I want to talk to you about. I heard you're a married man, so...
You once spoke to me about the necessities in everyday life after marriage. Do you recall? We've come to you because Alphen would like to hear what you have to say. Can you inform him of what is necessary?
Is that so? Now that's a serious consultation. If you're going to get married, I think you first need to decide where you want to live.
No, I'm not getting married in the immediate future. I'm just curious and doing some research.
I see. Even so, I think you'll get an idea of what you need if you picture what you want for yourself. Are there any cities you've thought would be nice to live in?
No, not really. I'd never given it any thought.
You know, Shion once said that she enjoys the mood of gazing upon the snow of Cyslodia, and that doing so calms her. Other than that, she also mentioned that she finds the weather pleasant in Ganeth Heros.
She did? Maybe that means she wants to live in Cyslodia or Ganeth Heros someday. I was just reacting to Shion's comments. Don't, read into it too much.
Of course, we would never.
If you don't have any strong preference on where you want to live, maybe you should spend some time traveling around. Cast aside your preconceived notions and look around with an objective eye. You'll likely discover some conditions you can't compromise on.
Thanks. I think it's worth a try. Should we start by visiting Cyslodia then? I can see what Bregan has to say too.
By all means. I think it's smart to learn about marriage and all it requires well in advance. Married life is like a long journey. If you don't care for and support each other, it won't last. The most important thing is to discuss and understand each other. Two people living together...
We've strayed quite far from the matter at hand, and it seems this is going to take a while yet.
Not as long as the speech you gave at Kagari and Notio's wedding.
Ah, my apologies. Are you in a hurry? I still have more to share.
Thanks for your help, Droshin. You can tell me the rest the next time I see you.
What? You're looking for a place to live?
We're gathering information about marriage. More specifically, we're currently looking into the process of house hunting.
Sounds complicated. I don't know anything about all that, but we'll welcome you with open arms if you want to move here, Alphen.
Thank you for saying so.
Thing is, there are some difficulties with living here, as you know. For one thing, there are more disputes between fellow Danans here than in other nations.
I'd hope they'd all get along better after they were freed. But I understand things still have a ways to go.
The other thing is that, in general, Renans aren't allowed into the city.
What?
You get lots of Renans coming to see you, don't you, Alphen? I know you've got both Renans and Danans in your crew.
Yeah, that could be a problem anytime Renans want to come visit.
The last issue is that the land around Cyslodia is barren. It isn't easy to secure the food you need. We're not starving yet, but there's not much by the way of excess.
So, if someone with, say, an incredibly high metabolism were to move in, it would put more strain on the food supply?
I had the same thought. Even if I'm comfortable, the person I live with may not be.
Yes. I think it's important to keep that viewpoint in mind when looking at other cities as well.
Thanks for talking with us, Bregan. I'm not looking to move just yet, but when the time comes, I'll remember everything you said.
Been a pleasure. Come by any time. Gathering information, house hunting. You got some big life changes planned there, Alphen? If it is what I think it is. Nah, I won't pry. Good luck, Alphen.
Thanks, Bregan.
Now then, shall we depart for Pelegion? I will refrain from shamelessly recommending it, though.
Yeah, let's. The more places we can visit, the more informed I'll be. Plus, we can talk with Ganya to see if he has any advice.
Did you need something?
I have a question for you. Can you spare some time if you're not busy with your duties?
I've always got time for you. I still owe you a huge debt. After all, it's thanks to what you all did a year ago that we regained the most important thing a human has. The ability to think.
All we did was help. It's you guys who actually took it back.
Even then, I still have a debt owed to you. So, what do you want to talk about?
I'm trying to decide where I want to live a little further down the road, when I'm ready to settle down. We're traveling around to various places to see how they strike me. Now we're here. So, how's life in Pelegion?
Hey, it's great that things have calmed down enough for you to think about settling down, even if it's still a ways off. But as far as living here, look, it's a beautiful city, and Renans live here comfortably. The problem is, Danans can't say the same. Plus, there are probably more than a few Renans here that would be less than pleased with your presence.
I guess it isn't the best for me. The city being beautiful is important to people who care about aesthetics, but...
I think Ganya is right. Pelegion is far from ideal for you, at least in its current state. If our efforts are met with continued success, perhaps one day it will be a city where anyone can live without issue. If possible, it would be great to reach that point before you've chosen a place to settle.
I'll be working hard towards that goal myself.
Good.
You once told me that you fight against anyone who uses force to take what doesn't belong to them.
That's right.
I really took those words to heart and decided I wanted to help create a society free from hate. You've never let me down, never betrayed my trust. This time, I want you to trust in me. I will make this city a suitable place for you and your future family to live.
All right. I believe you, Ganya.
That's just...
I'm glad we came to Pelegion, even though it was for my own personal reasons. It gave me the chance to talk with Ganya and you about these kinds of things.
So, what should we do next? Should we make our way to Mahag Sar?
Tensions are still high there, so I'm not sure if it'd be right to take anyone's time with my personal issues. I think we can rule out Niez. I'd cause way too many problems for Bayfun, and I wouldn't want to do that to him.
We keep in touch with Niez through trade and the occasional information exchange. If the opportunity arises, can I let them know you've begun thinking about your future?
Sure, as long as you don't make a big deal out of it. I'm really just doing some research for now.
Should we return to Vicente then? It is a relaxed and cozy place after all.
Who could we talk to there?
How about Kisara's friend, Legil? She can likely offer opinions from a viewpoint different from Droshan's.
Good idea. Let's go see if she'll talk with us. Legil, sorry to bother you. Can we chat with you about life in Vicente?
Oh, I'm happy you'd come to me for advice. But life in Vicente? Why? Is someone going to move here?
I'm considering it, but I haven't decided or even thought about a lot of details. For now, I'm traveling around and trying to find a place that would be nice to settle into once my journey is over.
Is that so? Well, I think Vicente is a great place to live. But recently, the population is exploding, and there isn't much space. We're getting overcrowded.
Guess there are downsides to Vicente's skyrocketing popularity.
But if you're going to live in Menancia, there are other options besides Vicente. For example, you can build a house near Traslita Highway just outside of town.
Outside of town? That thought hadn't occurred to me.
I know a really nice spot. However, it's currently inhabited by a gigantic Zoogle.
Well then, perhaps we can take care of that problem when we go scout the location.
Oh, that would be a huge help. Would you please?
Okay, we'll take care of it. We can't build a house if Zoogles live there.
True.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
By the way, I apologize if I've got the wrong idea here, but if marriage is the reason you end up relocating, then can I have your wedding bouquet? I already told Kisara, but I heard that if you can't catch a bouquet, you'll always be single and alone.
So you're where she heard that preposterous rumor?
We defeated the Zoogle, Legil.
Thanks. So, how was the location?
Man, that was a nice spot. I can see myself enjoying life there. Maybe that means it's a good fit for me.
I think that when you get married and look for a home in earnest, what we've learned will aid quite a bit in your search.
Yeah. I thought that as long as they had 4 walls and a roof, all houses were the same regardless of where they are. But I was wrong.
I thought that much was obvious.
I'm glad you like it. If you seriously consider moving here, please let me know. The house itself is just as important as the location, so I can introduce you to a pro who can help with everything from layout to paint color.
Thanks, Legil.
You'll have a lot to think about, especially considering you won't be the only person living in the house. It seemed you had someone on your mind as we were traveling. But are you satisfied with the information we gathered?
I really don't know anything, so I thought that it would be enough to learn about marriage in general. But that isn't enough. Nearly everyone we met told me to think more about my partner, so I was trying to keep my partner in mind as I did my research, but honestly, I'm not sure if what I've done is correct.
I see. I believe that no knowledge or experience is without its merits. Right now, your head is full of worry and doubt, but it's a necessary step towards finding a better future for yourself.
I hope you're right.
You've only just begun to think about your future. There is no need to rush these things, Alphen.
Dohalim, thank you.
Seems like your research into weddings and marriage is going well, Alphen.
Yeah, thanks to everyone's help. I've got Law and she on distraction duty, so I have some time. But there may not be anything left to look into. I didn't know a thing before. But I've learned a lot, and have gained a little confidence now.
That's great.
I want to thank you again, Kisara. I've given things a lot of thought, and I think I've come to understand what makes weddings great. It's a ceremony to bring happiness to the person you care about most. Maybe that's why they're so popular these days.
You've come a long way. Remember how you panicked when you realized you knew nothing about marriage? By the way, I think there's something else that comes before the wedding. Have you already looked into it?
What? Something that comes before the wedding?
Of course. You're going to propose, right?
I haven't gotten any info on that yet, but I think it's enough to simply ask, will you marry me?
Wait, that's it?
What else is there?
Don't worry about it. You'll come up with something. Now then, I must be off.
Kisara, wait! Don't forsake me! Please, I'm begging you!
I don't know what the person you want to marry will think, but usually the atmosphere when you profess your feelings is important.
Oh, that.
You're asking them to spend the rest of their life with you, so you have to make that idea as enticing as possible, or they may say no. The location's also important. It's a moment you'll both remember forever. It should be in an elegant and beautiful place. Say, take her to a floral garden by the seaside. Gently take her by the hand and sweetly whisper to her your everlasting love. Or something.
A floral garden by the sea. I don't know any place like that.
That was, just an example. Some people put a lot of thought into proposals, whether they be marriage proposals or not.
But I should choose a place that makes me seem enticing. That won't be easy.
I think your best traits are your kindness, decisiveness, and strength.
By strength? Do you mean with a sword?
That's part of it, but you also have the strength of mind to stand firm in your beliefs. Like touching Shion without fearing her thorns. If you can show those traits to your partner, then she's sure to say yes.
I see. The problem is, I don't know how I can show her how strong my feelings are.
Well, I just heard a disturbing rumor. Apparently, a dangerous Zoogle has taken up residence in the Iglia Wastes.
We've definitely got to do something about that. But what does that have to do with what we were talking about?
You don't get it? The strength of your feelings is basically your courage. You should show Shion you're not afraid to face powerful enemies.
Well, I don't have a partner yet. Plus, is something that simple good enough?
I'm not saying it's the best method, but I think it's one way of going about it.
If that's the case, then I should face the Zoogle alone. That should prove that my feelings are true, right?
I don't know. That might be a little too dangerous. There's a difference between courage and recklessness, Alphen.
I know, I get it. But I want to give it a shot. I want you to watch and afterwards let me know what you thought.
So you want to practice on the Zoogle in the Iglia Wastes, right? Got it. If it doesn't go well, we can just think of something else. If things get hairy, I'll jump in to help.
Thanks. Then all I have to do is decide on a place. Elegant and beautiful. Nothing comes to mind.
Don't worry about it for now. You have time. Let's head to the Iglia Wastes and lay waste to that Zoogle. There's the giant Zoogle, and there are more around it.
That's fine. I'll curse up all of them.
I'm going in. You watch from a distance.
I'll be sure to help if it looks like you're in danger. Good luck, Alphen.
An opponent like this should be easy. There! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! There! Rising Wyvern! Vacuum Blaze! Take the... The flame inside me yearns to be let free! I'll incinerate them! More? Dragon Swarm! There! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! Void Blast! Mirage! No escape! You're mine! Vacuum Blaze! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! Not more! You're mine! Rising Wyvern! Thunderous Devastation! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! We did it! More? Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Great! Not a chance! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Rising Wyvern! Strike! Void Flash! I'll burn it all!
Let's go.
Flaming Pillar! Fire! More? Not a chance! Void Flash! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! We did it! My turn! Vacuum Blaze! Dragon Swarm! Now! Dragon Swarm! I'll incinerate them! Vacuum Blaze! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! Strike!
I like that void flash. That's
Hey, what's going on here? Why is Alphen fighting by himself?
Xion? Wait, I can explain.
Hold on, Alphen. I'm coming to help.
oh boy.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Dragon Swarm! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Aim for the weak spot!
There! One more!
Vacuum Blaze!
Come on.
This ends now! Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Eat dirt! By the power of... I never miss!
Try harder! You're mine!
Oh wow.
Healing circle!
Thank you.
Dragon Swarm!
And again!
Vacuum Blade!
Into the... Let's finish this! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There!
Take this!
One more!
Dragon Swarm! Try harder! It's on! Eat dirt!
One more! One more!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm not afraid of none of you.
By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Dragon Swarm! Almost there.
Don't let your guard
Vacuum
down.
Blade!
Explosion!
Try harder! Dragon Swarm!
I'll heal you all!
Dragon Swarm!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'll heal you all!
Here I come! It's on! Burn!
Healing circle!
Vacuum Blade! Thanks, Xion.
It's not
Okay,
the first time.
here I am. And I'm still grateful.
Annihilate!
Rising Wyvern!
By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Strike!
Let's finish this!
Get wrecked.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Shion, before we talk, can we go someplace quiet?
Sure. Now that you're safe, I'm in no hurry.
Thanks. Let's head for the volcano then.
What? So the reason everyone's been talking in secret has been because they're helping you?
Yes, that's right. I've been looking into something, but I asked everyone to keep it from you.
Looking into something? What is it? And why am I the only one you didn't tell?
See, I've been thinking about the future. What I want to do, where I want to go, things like that. But I didn't have enough knowledge, so I knew I needed to get more. I didn't want the person I want to be with to think I'm unreliable for not knowing anything.
I see. So you've been traveling around and getting advice from various people?
That's right. And a lot of them told me that when I gather information, I need to think more about the person I want to be with. In the end, I'm not really sure if I've accomplished what I set out to do, though. I'm sorry I kept it a secret. I thought that if I included you, I'd end up completely relying on you.
Alphen.
I'm really sorry.
Alphen, people told you to think more about the person you want to be with when you do your research. But wouldn't it be best to do the research together with that person? What's wrong with relying on her? Anyone who knows you understands you're someone who can be counted on. I mean, if I were that person, I'd certainly rather do it with you than be kept in the dark.
Together. That makes sense. Maybe I was trying to show off or something.
But if this person knew how far you and everyone else went for her, I'm sure she'd be very happy. Your methods may have been flawed, but your heart was in the right place. I'm sure she'd be thrilled to know how much you and everyone else care about her.
Shion.
Just let me say this. Once everything is calmed down and you're ready, let's sit down and talk.
Okay, got it. Let me say something too. The next time there's something I want to research, will you come with me?
Of course, Alphen. You don't even need to ask. I'm looking forward to it.
How unusual of you to eschew proper etiquette, Dohalim.
Having been temporarily relieved of my duties in Pelagian, I want to enjoy some respite from the chaos.
Your work there isn't all that bad, is it?
Well, while drowning in a sea of paperwork, I find that memories of our travels together constantly tempt my scattered mind, even though I'm well aware that it wasn't all gaiety and glee.
It's natural for the mind to wander when it's been occupied with work for too long. Besides, our travels weren't all hardships either.
What about you? By all appearances, you seem to feel truly at home here.
Do I? I suppose I like it there for the same reasons you do. I think I know what you're trying to coax out of me, but no, not now.
Not while duty calls, I suppose. Oh, how I look forward to retiring and leading a quiet life.
Don't expect to be able to retire that easily. You still have a lot left to do before then. But you can do it, Dohalim. You aren't alone, after all.
Nothing could be more invigorating to hear. To a bright future.
To a bright future. Something still on your mind?
Do you think you'll ever call me Doe again?
Ah, you're hopeless. Of course I will.
What's wrong?
This is where we found that good luck charm.
Who would have thought we'd end up coming back in a situation like this?
In the end, maybe it was the charm that guided us to this place.
That should do it. Let's hope the coordinates are correct.
I wonder if we'll end up fighting again.
Can't say for sure, but we have to stop her.
Yes. Or everyone in those masks will stay that way forever.
When Nazamil put on the mask, she said she should just disappear. She erased herself with the mask. And now the people are shouting her feelings instead.
People should speak their thoughts with their own mouths. More than that, they should be allowed to speak their own thoughts.
Let's go.
So we're finally here. For so long, I've been dying to see what kind of place could control all of the mausoleums. But
Are you having second thoughts about coming here?
no way. Nazamil is what's most important right now.
That's right. The mausoleums can wait, but we have no time to lose for Nazamil.
Yeah, we need to hurry and get to her.
Nazamil didn't care about anything, aside from us. But even so, she never wished to hurt anyone. Even that time with the Zugals back in Niez. She saved people even when they'd been horrible to her.
You know, even when she manipulated the mask guys, no one ended up with any serious injuries.
She's probably been like that since before we met her.
I think so too. She may not be used to dealing with others, but she has a kind nature.
And yet, she was separated from her mother, unloved by her father, and unjustly hurt by everyone she met.
It would have been understandable for her to lash out at the world. Instead, she chose to erase herself.
We can't let things end like this. We need to let her know that there are things in this world that she can believe in.
Oh, there.
I hope Nazamil is getting enough to eat, now that she's not here with the rest of us.
Yeah, I hope she isn't letting herself go hungry.
Just the idea of her hungry makes me wish we could treat her to another good meal again.
Yeah, like when Nazamil was helping us look for the mausoleum back in the forest near Niez. Gathering ingredients and cooking together. That was our first meal with her. The look on her face when she took the first bite. I don't think I'll ever forget it. She said the food was really good.
You know, if you think about it, for Nazamil, just being able to share a meal with other people was like a special occasion.
I need to let her know that there's tons of even better food out there.
Then why don't we all take some time to come up with different dishes we'd like to treat Nazamil to?
Well, there's gotta be meat. Nothing fills the stomach and fuels the body like meat.
I'm vetoing any of Law's sloppy cooking. It needs to be something proper.
Proper? My cooking is totally proper. Plus, meat helps you put on muscles, you know.
So? Nazamil hardly needs muscles now, does she? Anyway, I think we should make her something sweet.
Shion, perhaps this is a chance to introduce her to some rare delicacies?
It could be. I think it's important for us to explore what kinds of different foods she might like. Let's see what ingredients we have.
Wait, you're not planning to have all of these ready at once, are you? I think we should focus on just one dish for the moment. It should be something that we're sure she's gonna like. And I think I have the perfect idea. It should be the same thing we had together that first time. It's hard to beat good memories.
Of course. You're right, Alphen. I can't believe I didn't think of it. We should definitely make her that.
Right? Not bad.
That might not be enough, though. We should also have something like...
meat! There's gotta be meat!
Don't forget something sweet!
Or the delicacies.
I'm starting to feel sorry for Nazamil's stomach.
She's gone. What was that?
So, it wasn't the real Nazamil after all?
It wasn't a Zugal in disguise or anything, was it?
It wasn't a living thing. It was like a mass of astral energy.
We are inside a huge facility that controls astral energy. The real Nazamil must be connected to it somehow. Could it be a physical manifestation of astral energy? Just like how Nazamil's consciousness is flowing into the suppressor?
But why would it get in our way instead of coming like the people in town?
Do you think it was because she doesn't want to see us?
No, it didn't look like she recognized us.
That shadow. I think it's somehow caused by Nazamil's fear, trying to keep us out. Sometimes, when someone has been hurt badly enough, they shut down and close out the world to keep from being hurt again. I know what that's like.
Yeah. Oh.
It's possible Nazamil's mental state is affecting the Keystone's defense systems. If so, I fear there may be worse to come.
Nazamil's just up ahead.
Yeah, I'm certain she's there. Let's go.
Alphen?
Why am I thinking about him of all people right now? About Volron.
You mean about not being able to save him? I doubt there was any way to help that man.
Alphen said he forgave him, but then he went and chose to blow himself up.
Under different circumstances, I could have wound up just like him. And there would have been no end to us hating one another. So I realized I had to be the first to let my hatred go. I thought it might save us both. As far as Volron was concerned, that only meant his fate was in the hands of someone else.
He told you he didn't need your victor's pity.
I see. So that's why he chose death. In the end, he considered it his last remaining right.
Are you saying Nazamil could do the same thing? But she's nothing like Volron.
Of course she isn't. But with both Volron and Nazamil, I hadn't fully considered their feelings or state of mind.
We can't just impose our own thoughts onto her. That's what you mean, right?
I can't repeat the same mistake. I won't. Not ever again. We've been walking for a while. I think we're getting closer to Nazamil. We've come all this way. I don't plan on us being the only ones coming back. Is that clear, everyone?
Understood.
Something the matter, Rinwell?
What Nazamil is doing is wrong, and we have to put a stop to it. I understand that, but she's been through so much pain and misery. She doesn't want to go through that anymore. That's why she locked herself away in there, right? I just wonder, is this really the right way? Won't it be bad for her if we force her out of there against her will?
I get your point, but...
It's not like we're dragging her out of there. I know that, but still.
Nazamil felt rejected by us. That's why she closed her heart.
She's been rejected by others her entire life, and that's why she hoped we would accept her.
I thought telling her that she's not alone would open up her heart again.
Are you saying that's not enough?
If we just accept her, and that's all we do, it will be the same as it was before, and she'll still be letting others control her life.
Ultimately, she has to be the one to remove her own mask. We need to set her free. Even from us. Thanks, Rinwell. I feel like what we have to do is clear now.
There's no need to thank me. I just want this to be over with so we can be friends with her again. That's all.
Supporting each other is not the same as being dependent on one another. Difficult, but true.
Let's move on. We have to set Nazamil free. Nazamil.
So she really is wearing the mask. Looks as though she's connected to the core of the keystone.
Nazamil, can you hear me? Nazamil!
Nazamil, are you conscious?
You are not the same. You are something that shouldn't be here.
You don't recognize us? Nazamil!
No differences may exist here. Everything must be the same.
Listen to us!
Who's talking? Nazamil or the Keystone?
I don't know. Perhaps both.
All differences must be erased. Once there are no differences, there will be... no hate.
Not even a greeting this time, just straight to the fight.
What do we do?
Good.
Retreat?
Same as before. Wear it down, keep reaching out to Nazamil. Stay clear of the blazing sword.
Armor won't sink! What's this?
Mega far enough! In here! This will come in handy.
Here I come!
Between heaven and earth.
Hurricane!
Well,
Not shit! That's not good. Wow.
Now you see what I can do.
Let there be power.
That's not good. Lay down. Trying to come for me.
No further. Shooting star! I can do this all day. Now you see what I can do.
A whirling struggle. Winds of heaven. First force field.
Where are you going?
It's good to be prepared.
Not today.
The chain between heaven and earth. A wailing banshee of lightning. Sleep now. This will come in handy.
The differences are spreading.
Art expert coming through. Shooting star.
No further.
One more time.
Nothing gets by me.
That's enough. Field. More for the south.
Denied.
A chain between heaven and earth. A wailing pin here.
Not today.
All right, it's showtime.
It was nice while it lasted.
If it's in the sky, it's mine. Mega Ware.
Order won't save. I'm just getting
More
started.
for the stockpile.
Eat this.
Hit.
Where are you going?
More where that came from.
First strike. Here I come.
A whirling struggle.
Take this.
Winds of heaven. First forth. Sleep now. Mega Ray.
Incineration wave. Ribbon 10.
No holding back.
That's Ganabel's blade. You can't scare us with your cheap knockoff weapons.
In here.
Not today. Eat this.
More for the stockpile.
I'm ready. Eat
The
this.
waters of
Watch
creation.
here I come. Ready and rare.
Glitter dragon.
Raining flash. Now you see what I can do. Crush.
More
Far
for the
enough.
stockpile.
Talon
The
sword.
chain between heaven and earth.
Incineration wave.
A wailing banshee of lightning.
Glimmer dragon.
It's good to be prepared.
Mega Ray.
I'm ready.
Field.
Onedrius lance. This whole thing feels like we're being tested.
Isn't it a little late for that?
Yeah, we need to save Nazamil. Seal.
I can handle
I'll
it.
be saving this one.
Steal.
All right.
Healing
Healing
circle.
Do it.
Dragon sword. Ready and rare.
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
The waters of creation.
Not today.
Not in your dreams.
Far enough.
A whirling struggle.
Gotta
Winds
roll
of heaven.
now.
First force. Explosion.
You require a hand.
Wait. Son.
All differences, everything.
Look out, everyone!
I will reduce them to ash.
Eternal devastation!
Burn out.
Wow.
Shooting star. A chain between heaven and earth.
Not
Magic
today.
is there. Explosion.
Watch it.
Divine.
I can't even stop that.
You get the gist. Tidal.
These attacks are merciless.
Shion, are you okay?
I'm fine. If our spirits break, we lose this fight. So don't let up. We can do this.
Shooting star.
I really owe you one.
Flash and tear.
Oh.
Fight like this.
Stay calm. You just gotta wait to be healed.
You're right. I'll do that.
It was nice while it lasted.
Oh no. It's summoning more copies.
That may be to our benefit. The copies require more astral energy than her attacks do, and they are a manifestation of the barrier around Nazamil's heart.
So you're saying if we defeat them, we might be able to get through to Nazamil?
Great. We can kill two birds with one stone. Wait, did she just heal herself?
Is she absorbing it?
Regardless of the specifics, there's only one way to stop it.
We have to find a way to cut her off from the source.
You must be the
Or I could just pound her until it's over with. So ass like this.
The difference is the world rejects me.
A chain between heaven and earth. A wailing banshee of lightning. Divine savior. The waters of creation. Dance, immortal droplets.
Will this help? We're doing well. Just keep it up, everyone. We're almost there.
Nazamil, can you hear me? We don't want to hurt you anymore, but we also can't let you keep doing this.
Divine savior. You get the gist. Divine savior. Blah blah blah.
Far enough. Now I'm in the groove.
Barbie blah blah. Shooting star. You get the gist. Tidal wave. You get the gist.
Not today.
Not on my watch. A chain between heaven and earth.
Attack time.
A wailing banshee of lightning. Divine savior. What would I do without you? Gravitas field. Shooting star. Finish without a trace.
I'm just getting to be let free.
Far beyond the darkest skies, I call upon thee. Art expert coming through. Shooting star. A chain between.
Come back.
One more. Divine savior.
Leave the target to me. Far enough.
Far beyond the
Pieces. Attack time.
Nazamil!
Wake up.
To be honest, you're not even that good.
Why?
Nazamil, can you hear me? You aren't alone. Wake up!
Oh.
Why do you interfere?
It's no good. Long as she's wearing that mask, nothing we say can get through to her.
All must be erased. Me, you, everything.
Don't do this, please! We're your friends and we want you here!
Nazamil!
The hell?
What happened to her? Nazamil, hang on!
Okay, enough is enough with this shit. Let me get up. Enough with the shit, bro.
Nazamil's gone. It's just that monster now.
We were so close! She's replenishing her astral energy from the keystone.
Then, is this whole thing hopeless?
No. The moment before she was consumed, she woke up, just for an instant. That monster is made of astral energy, just like the shadows.
So, you're saying if we weaken it...
Then that means Nazamil may wake up too.
If we can wake Nazamil, then there's still hope.
Let's do it! Glimmer Dragon!
I can do this all day!
Dragon Floor!
I'm on it!
It's time!
Explosion!
Can't get out of this!
A whirling struggle!
Leave the chargers to me!
Winds of heaven! First
Denied!
Dragon Swarm!
In here!
Vacuum! This one's all mine! Not today! Aim for the legs! Force it to stay still!
Healing circle!
Talon Hurricane!
Dragon Swarm!
Now you see what I can do!
Dragon Swarm! Vacuum Blade!
Take this! No two people are the same, but differences don't make anyone superior or inferior. I embrace your differences. As you embraced mine when you drew my picture, we all must accept each other's differences. That is how we enrich the world we live in.
Point Flare!
Take this!
Armor won't save you!
Get on in there with the others!
Dragon Swarm!
Eat this!
I never miss!
Talon Hurricane!
We know you've suffered through so much, but even then, you didn't want anyone else to suffer. That's why I want to help you, Nazamil. To call you an ally.
Thanks!
Rising
Just
Wyvern!
what I needed! Sleep now!
Here I go!
Disappear. Pain. Anguish. Torment. Is this what you want? Is this what will truly make you happy?
Those who neglect themselves cannot bring joy to others. If you want your friends to be happy, then open your eyes. Now or never.
First strike! Dragon!
Take this!
The waters of creation!
Vacuum Blade!
Eat this!
Mortal droplet!
It's go time! Now you see what I can do!
Annihilation!
Not today!
I'll be saving this one! By the power of flame!
Thunderous Devastation!
I'm on it! Coming point black!
It's showtime!
I'm just getting started!
The waters of creation!
So, question: why do you have so much fucking?
From anguish.
You can start over. A new line. Did we do it?
Power of flame! Seal! Without a trace! I'll be saving this one! Far beyond the darkest skies!
It's working. Keep it
Not
up.
today!
I'm on it!
Not in your dreams!
Now you see what I can do!
The waters of creation!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance the mortal droplet! In here! I'll get on it!
Dragon Swarm! Rising!
What next?
Aim for the base of its tail! Attack it from behind!
I never miss!
Take this! In a bind?
This one's all mine!
Struggle!
Dragon Swarm! Not
Winds of
today!
heaven!
Here through!
Healing circle!
Dragon
Seal!
Swarm! Vacuum Blade!
One more!
Rising Wyvern!
Rolling ourselves together! By the power of flame!
Point black!
Without a trace!
First strike! Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
The waters of creation!
Armor won't save you!
Dance the mortal droplet! Healing circle! Get on in there!
Fuck.
Not today!
By the power
Oh, okay, I still hit. Good.
Here I go!
I'm just getting started! To tell you the truth, Nazamil, I have no idea what you think of me, but I want to change that. I don't want things to end here. You're one of us. You're our friend, right? That means we still got a lot to learn about each other. Shattering pieces!
Dragon Swarm!
Attack time!
Not today! Dragon Swarm!
Seal! Annihilation! Marvel of God!
Prepare to be seen! Can't get out of this!
It's the sky is mine! Confiscated! I never miss!
me, yours to be let free.
Nothing gets by me.
I'll burn it all.
Here we go.
Flaming pillar, fire! It's go time.
I'll heal you.
Take this. You're such a failure. Can't hurt me. Nazamil, can you hear me?
Stay. Wait.
Nazamil?
No. I'm scared.
You're scared? She's afraid to come out of that thing.
She's got to listen to us. Feels wrong, but we have to keep attacking. I've let you all down.
Come through.
Dragon swarm!
One more.
Now I can let loose. Prepare to be sealed. No further. Dragon swarm! Damn! This one's all mine. Not today. Damn! Not done yet. Dragon swarm! Talon storm! Rising wyvern!
Here goes. More where that came from.
Ready to go! Hurricane!
Explosion.
Denied! Void blood! The flame inside me, yours to be let free. Not today! I'm just getting started.
Nazamil, I'm sorry.
Get open!
Now! By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Everyone.
Nazamil, are you there?
Why we should go through so much? So much pain and peace.
You already know why. Because you're our friend.
I have no friends. I'm all alone. And I always will be.
You're wrong. It's true that we berated you once, but we said those things because you were trying to oppress others. Part of being friends is correcting each other's mistakes. Armor won't save you! Dragon swarm! There!
Annihilation!
Rising
The
wyvern!
waters of creation!
I'm on it!
Vanish without a
Ready to
trace!
go!
Mortal droplets!
First blood flash! Far enough! Not today! Thunderous
Eat
this!
Contained between heaven and earth!
Now or never! Talon
A
hurricane!
wailing banshee of lightning!
It's showtime!
In here!
Armor won't save you! The flame inside me, yours to be let free! Not today! I'm on it! Thunderous devastation! Void flash! Eat this! Aim for the stomach. That's where Nazamil is.
Right. Let's get her out of there.
Watch this! Void flash!
Contained between heaven and earth!
Here, throbs
A wailing banshee of lightning! By the power of flame!
devastation!
Vanish without a trace!
I'm on it! Mirage! No further!
Explosion!
Dragon
By the
swarm!
power of flame! Here goes! Vanish
The
without a trace!
pistol won't save you! Not
Dance,
today!
immortal droplets!
Thunderous devastation! Void flash!
I'm on a roll
now! Thunderous devastation! Now I can let loose! I'm on it! Void flash! Take
Pull myself
this!
together.
No further! Lost my focus! Not today!
Nazamil, you saw who I really am. I want to see the real you. To know the real you. Not through some mask, but face to face. You already have a place where you belong.
It's time!
Let's go.
Watch me soar! Heavenly Crimson Blossom!
The waters of creation!
You're mine!
Dance,
Armor won't save. Watch this! Okay, here I... Not today!
In here!
Dragon swarm! Back to my blade! Prepare to be sealed! Glimmer dragon! I'm on a roll now!
In here!
Void flash!
This will
Far
come in
enough!
handy!
It's on! Mirage split!
A whirling circle!
Talon hurricane!
Winds of heaven! Burst forth! Sealed!
Rising wyvern! Shattering
The
us
earth is a
pieces! Attack! Not today! It's time! Armor won't save you! Can't get out of this!
Primed and ready! Got you! I never miss! In here!
Dragon swarm! Mirage split!
Ugh, it's no good.
Rising
I
wyvern!
can't focus.
Rinwell, take some time to recover.
Thanks.
I'll do my best. Healing
Talon Hurricane! Dragon Form! Death Blossom! Take this! Not today! Blood Split! Dragon Form! Vacuum Blade! Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern! Talon Hurricane! Armor won't save you! Void Blast! Not today!
Not on my watch.
This one's all mine! Can't get out of this!
Waters of creation.
Void Blast! Nothing gets by me! Mirage Split!
In here.
Thunderous! Not today!
Anything in armor is all
Thunderous
mine.
Devastation!
Far enough. Now you see what I can do.
Void Blast!
One more.
Eat this.
Bro, this is just a lot of health. Just have a fucking lot of health.
No further. Dragon Form! Vacuum Blade!
In here.
Dragon Form! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
There you go. I feel like me again.
Void Blast! Thunderous Devastation!
Death Blossom.
In here.
Anything in armor is all
I'm not
mine.
done! I'm not done!
Where are you going?
This one's all mine! Not today!
Sea of lightning.
Take our hand.
No! Trevor! Did we?
Like, stay down.
More astral energy!
And I literally comboed this damn thing to hell. Bro, are you serious? Alright, dude.
Holy crap! Look at that thing!
It won't obey me. I'm done.
Nazamil!
Emergency suppressor.
Everyone, you have to run.
This monster has a mind separate from Nazamil's? Just come out of there, and this will all be over, Nazamil.
There we go.
I can't. I'm scared.
Nazamil, listen. I understand the pain of being alone. And the fear of losing everything you care about. But I'm asking you to have the courage to push past those feelings. For all the bad, this world is filled with so many good things as well. I want you to know that.
Your whole life, you've always been whatever other people told you to be. Isn't it time you decided for yourself who you are? What you want to be?
Nazamil, we're your friends. We're not going to force you to do anything you don't want to.
That's right. Friends are equals, no matter what.
Yeah! We don't want a friend that just goes along with whatever we tell them to do.
But we do want to be there to help you when you're in trouble. Friends take care of each other.
Equals. I can decide for myself.
I think you're afraid because you've never been yourself. You don't know who you are yet. From now on, the person you become is up to you.
What should I do?
Just being yourself is enough. So all you need to do is learn to accept that. Free yourself from the masks forced upon you by others.
Accept. Free myself.
Alright.
Brace yourselves! Let's end all this! Everyone!
Yeah, for another chance at life.
To bring forth a better world.
With all the people we love.
And being true to ourselves.
We'll be together forever.
A free heart!
I want to live.
Damn.
Tear down the walls! My friends taught me something beautiful. That I can just be myself.
Yeah, now she finally free.
Huh?
There's nothing else that I have to be. I've never known such joy before.
Yeah, pay no more than 25 for it. It's worth though. Dead serious. I like that. Dead serious. So like, can I skip this? Okay, I can't skip. Oh yeah, I can't skip. Yes, skip that part. There we go.
I can think of no better day to begin anew.
No one remembers their time in those masks. Luckily for us, that's how they work.
Good.
Someday, this whole ordeal will have been entirely forgotten.
But I won't forget it. How could I ever forget what I did here and tried to do? How are your injuries doing?
What, from when you tickled us in the fight? We've been through worse than that.
Even if it hurt, our healers are top-notch. Okay, so what's the plan? Have any idea where you want to go?
I guess I'll just go wherever I feel like.
hope you won't be lonely, okay?
If I stay with you and the others, I'm worried that I'll keep on wanting to make you happy no matter what. Now I know that the happiness I need to commit to most of all is my own. That's easy to say, and I know it'll take some time. But someday I'll be ready to stand tall right alongside the rest of you. And on that day...
We'll eat so much good food, we'll never be hungry again.
Yeah, good call. Food tastes better with friends.
Now that no one tells you what to do, you can become whatever your heart desires.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to finally being able to start my own life. All of it is thanks to you.
No matter where you go, we'll always be your friends. Take good care.
Then I guess it's good.
Nazamil. Maybe in this case, see you soon might be better.
See you soon!
See you soon!
Take care of yourself!
Good luck!
That's cool. I like that. That was alright. This I can't. Oh, I can't skip. Okay, I can skip this. Okay, I was say I can't skip this. I can't skip. Got another part. All right, let's go.
And off she goes.
I wonder what she'll be like the next time we get to see her.
She'll have changed. But we'll all be different as well. That said, in all the ways that matter, we'll still be us.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right.
All right then, bring it on! Oh yeah, gotta step up my game in the meantime so I don't get left behind. Hey, what'd I do now?
Boring. That's all the monologuing I could handle.
Come on, I wasn't monologuing. I was trying to explain my... hey! Always just marching off. You're a pain, you know that?
Yeah, whatever.
It appears that the future is looking bright indeed.
Yes,
We should get some of Gladys's
it certainly does look bright.
Come on, let's... Shion.
Isn't there something you wanted to say to me?
You ready to listen now?
course, because the world ain't about to fucking be taken over and everything goes.